All right, we have a huge global Dokkan data download. If you take a look here, 822 megabytes. That is quite a lot right there. Which is really good, right? It's being able to see just a huge data download like this, right? I could throw huge global data download, right? Really, really sick. There's again just so much to talk about here. So look at all these tabs right here. Let's hop right into it. So we have courtesy of Air Dokkan made a little thread for us of the global Dokkan data download. Let me go ahead and repost this. Some of this stuff was in the JP Dokkan data download earlier, but there's some extra stuff exclusive to global finally got added. So this is the bumper crop joyous lettuce harvesting. This is really cool. In fact, I should bring up Harry Turney actually posted the actual like animation here, and so let me take a look here. Harry Turney did actually post this animation. If I bring it up, if it's just where is it at? It's somewhere in here. There it is here. So this is a login bonus animation. You see just Goku and Piccolo racing doing the like, you know, little cabbage thing. This is pretty cool. This is directly from the Dragon Ball Super anime. Pretty nice to see. And essentially, obviously, you can get different chances. Like there's Goku laughing, there's like screen crack. There's Piccolo, you know, having fun. And then there's different animations. There's a well, firstly, the cursed Goku pose is crazy, but you can get like a small amount. There's a medium amount, then there's a large amount. There's one with Krillin right there. There's one with Chi-Chi and Goten, right? Those are all the animations. So, pretty cool regardless. So, able to see all those different animations there. It's pretty nice. We'll talk about that line thing in a second there. I gotta close this tab here. But yeah, pretty nice. Just extra stones to get before the actual campaign starts. We have all the countdown images as well, so pretty cool to see all these different countdown images. Obviously, you know, 7 days, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and again, it's presumed that it's because last year for the last year's worldwide celebration, which I should have brought up as this point here, because the only like actual screen that would matter is the last one, right? Because if we take a look at last year, we see that there's the countdown screens of Namek. It's just all Namek and then Cooler, right? You know, obviously because Cooler was the main unit for the celebration. They're just counting down from Namek revisiting like last year's celebration. This year, they are kind of doing the same thing. We're just going through all of Trunks' life. You know, when Future Gohan died, when he killed Mecha Frieza, when he went to fight Cell with Vegeta, when he left the timeline, and when he killed first from Cell, and then of course in Dragon Ball Super now, where things are obviously different. People are speculating this is a new Goku Black Art. By the way, this is not a new Goku Black Art. This is the Int Goku Black Art after he finishes Super Attack, and they added the Batara earring is what it looks to be, but just wanted to confirm that for y'all there. But these are the countdown screens. Again, very, very exciting. This is the one that matters. I think that this makes it more possible, or just like even more like very likely that, you know, at least for at the bare minimum, part one, if you really want to argue that, is going to be related to Dragon Ball Super, right? So we have the 4th Memorial Stone, which again, I'll make a video on whenever we get like the actual time frame. I think I'll make a video on how they actually would work. But you essentially get 50, every 50 stones you spend, you get one of these, which is pretty cool. 13th Blue Dragon Stone. Red Dragon Stone's not in here. I guess that's fair, just because we're getting the Memorial Stones, right? So we have the Dismal Future Edition of the Red Zone, and that we do have the new stages that are coming out literally tomorrow here. If you take a look here, that's not it either, but we see the Dismal Future stage of the Ultimate Red Zone, and it's even in the challenges that are upcoming here. If we take a look here, bam, Dismal Future. So it's 17 Future, 18 Future versus Cell First Form. Now, from what we do know, actually, this sure doesn't have a super attack effect, but apparently this fight does have a Ki Blast notification as the barrier, right? So Ki Blast super attacks won't work here. Cell looks like he heals. It makes a lot of sense, obviously. Based on what the information that we know so far, we don't know the exact typings, or I think we may know the typings actually, but we don't know like all the stats and stuff until it actually will drop in game. So got to keep that in mind. But yeah, Red Zone does drop tomorrow. in literally less than 24 hours, the new Red Zone stage is going to be out. Literally today, basically, if you're in the US, right? So that's very, very sick. Very, very good to see, I think, having the new Red Zone already. And then we have the tickets. These tickets you will be able to get in the countdown celebration. Considering what happened last year, we were able to like complete like some missions or something. And then you could also exchange these Memorial Stones for the tickets once we actually do get them when the celebration starts. We have this as well. So this is the line official account campaign thing. And I do want to bring up, where is it? I guess, do I have it up in the other tab? I think I opened it with the tab, yeah. So this is basically where you can connect your line account. And then you're able to get weekly Dragon Stones, which is really, really good. Those in the recent JP updates. Essentially, what happens is if I go ahead and skip to the video, you like connect your Dokkan account to line. So you see mine's not connected just yet, but after I connect it, and see right there, it's confirmed to be connected. You essentially go in here and then you like chat with freaking line. You chat with them, the official accounts. You chat right here. Then boom, you could what's it called? You can speak with Bulma right here, bam, and then that's how you get the potential stones. Now, there's 3 different options. You can get 0 stones, which I actually got 0 stones in this video, very funny. You could also get 30 of the green ore, or 35 of green ore, then 70 green ore. And then in the exchange shop, you're able to exchange for every 7 ore, you get 1 dragon stone. So if you get 0, you can't do anything. If you get 35 ore, you can get 5 stones. If you get 70 ore, you can get 10 stones. And that is something you can do every week, right? Once a week you can do this. So whenever this is available, you definitely want to do this. It's not actually live right now. And again, according to Rick, these strings are translated, the image is translated, but the menu option is forcibly disabled. It can't be enabled with the database flag in the current EBK. It could be coming soon or not at all. I mean, to me, it sounds like they may have just put it in there. But it's the same thing was on JP. They'll definitely activate in a while. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. So, they'll activate it, just not now, right? Who knows if it's going to be sooner or later, right? We'll have to really wait and see. But this is coming to global. I do have a guide on my channel, again, like I showed. So if you need, like, you know, step-by-step process, it is right there. Maybe when global, like, it comes on global, I'll make another global guide exclusive for it. But that's pretty much that there. We do have also, if you take a look here, Dokkan Field. Now, this is a really major thing. I don't think it's anything there, but okay, so this is a really major thing, right? Dokkan Field is a huge thing because this is the new mechanic, it seems like, apparently we're getting for the Worldwide Celebration. So basically we covered this in a previous video, but just covering it here, just like kind of clip notes. A Dokkan Field can be attached to a card, specifically their passive or actives. It triggers on its own condition. It can have a turn duration, but may be permanent. They can have multi-effect passives complete in full, just like cards can. There's going to be a field button on the card page related to the field card's details. It can affect enemies. There's going to be a button during gameplay. There will be an animation effect on the backgrounds. And then a field can appear on any future data download without another APK update. That's how it was in JP. I assume it'll be the same in global. But Dokkan Field kind of sounds like, you know, like obviously like a field change. Like, you know, let's say Fuse Zamasu when he becomes the Sky Infinite Zamasu, right? That could be a field change. Maybe when, you know, a really good example brought up by Straybix, actually. If I go ahead and bring it up here, Slaybix, I don't know why I said Straybix. Slaybix here, right? Brought up a really good idea. What if this Trunks, right? We got the VJump links. What if this Trunks? This is like an example of a Dokkan Field, where Trunks sent Cell from the Capsule Corp all the way to the fields, and that's where he fought Cell. Maybe this is a Dokkan Field card, and it makes a lot of sense because free-to-play characters, and during Worldwide Celebrations, where there's a new, mechanic, free-to-play characters usually do introduce that. So I think that it would be very likely that we could see that. Oh, the VGM's right here. Perfect, right? We see this Trunks again. He's a card coming. He's not in the stated download, so he'll be in the actual celebration itself, I'm assuming. That's pretty cool. That might be what it is, like, just as an example, right? We'll get more with it, but again, I'm thinking, like, part 2, Fusion Zamasu, and that's what we're gonna see. So that's gonna be really, really exciting. Here, right here, Global got the buffs for the like guard super effective units. We'll talk about it right in depth. So essentially, what's happening is, an issue was fine with character passive skills. After they launched their active skills, the skill descriptions of their passive skills was inconsistent. They've now been adjusted and they're consistent with the skill effects, right? So these are technically buffs because you could get the effect at any time in the fight technically now, even if it was like a guard that wasn't like a guard that runs out after a few amount of turns. Technically they were gonna, like those characters that exchanged, that had guard before the exchange and they kept the guard even though it wasn't in their passive. A unit like this unit right here, Hearts, right? Hearts, he had his guard for the first 5 turns. Once you exchange the ultimate Hearts, what happened is he did lose the guard ability, right? In terms of his passive, but he still does guard because of how the game works. The guard is kept, right? Someone like Ginyu, remember Ginyu is super effective if there's a Ginyu Force ally on the team. When he transformed, he still kept that super effective for the very first turn because that same turn his super effective was activated, right? Check Janemba unit, he guarded, and then now he's gonna keep a guard right here. But that, again, it's only for 1 turn, by the way. They specifically note, like right here, Tech Janemba guards all attacks for 1 turn from the character's enter turn, right? So when you active skill, you're able to keep the guard here. It's like not a bug. They just said, hey, we're just gonna make it official. Same thing with Goku and Piccolo, right? The guard for the first 5 turns. So if you use the active skill on the 5th turn, you would keep the guard. But based on how it is, I'm assuming even if you use the active skill on the like 7th turn, you would get guard with this Piccolo, if I'm not mistaken. So it is a buff still regardless, because again, now in the past is written, you see guards all attacks from 1 turn after character's enter turn. There's no turn restriction, like you don't have to like guard, you don't have to like get the guard on the like because Goku and Piccolo be pre-exchanged, right? They guard for 5 turns. But it doesn't say like guard on the 5th turn specifically, right? So that makes a lot of sense. Excuse me, I think that's really good. To make these changes to these characters. Very, very helpful, for sure. Alright, so next here, we have this bug that was also fixed. Goku, World Tournament Goku. So what happened is, it's basically the opposite where, well, it's the same thing, right? Where this guy could have the high chance to guard. That could proc at the start of turn, right? That procs at the start of turn. And then when you stand by to this guy, he would still have that guard, because the guard and the super effective would proc like a start of turn. That wouldn't like change back to normal when this happens. So now that they fixed it, this guy can no longer guard once you use the standby skill. So that helps you obviously die, because if you're guarding, that could avoid you from actually dying with this character, which is obviously like that gets in your way of like winning if you're trying to revive with this unit, right? So yeah, that's pretty good. Again, as it affects the gaming experience, that's what they said, and now it's fixed. That's pretty cool. Now extra, we have Prime Battle Krillin's EZA. Again, he's a solid unit. Nothing really much to say. He comes out tomorrow night on Global. So he actually, funny enough, he comes out like he comes out before the actual celebration information, which should be about, I would assume it's going to be 6 hours after this release of Prime Battle Krillin, because of the fact that the actual what's it called, how do I explain it, the actual what's the word, like celebration information and the red zone does drop at a later time, right? If I guess I could take a look at the missions themselves, right? We could see in the missions the red zone does drop at 11 p.m. Pacific time, or I guess 11:30 here, but 11 p.m. Pacific time for the Worldwide Celebration countdown. I think that's when it's going to start every single night at 11 p.m. Beginning at this, Krillin's solid. He's nothing really too special. He's a fine unit. There's not really much else to say about this guy. He's able to work. And he, yeah, just looks the same as he was in JP, of course. So that's that with this Krillin here. And I actually had him brought up twice, funny enough. Okay. So we have the remember, you have to get these characters done in order to do it. This Prime Battle is actually not that easy, because like what you want to do is you run around this unit as your leader, right? They're space traveling warriors. Only Nappa and Frieza fit in the leader skill. Everyone else won't be able to fit. So Dabura especially will have a hard time. Prime Battle Vegeta is able to do just fine, right? But Dabura is able to get creamed pretty badly here. Because it's like, I don't believe he gets dodge or anything, right? He has like great chance to stun if you get the orbs, but I don't remember if you could stun the Prime Battle Krillin event itself, actually. Is there a way I could bring it up? Yeah, here it is, right? Can you stun in here? I guess it doesn't say. You might be able to stun, maybe? I don't know for sure, but... that's the units running around. Again, he's a sell tomorrow. Not really much to say with Prime Battle Krillin, but that's him. And that's it. So a lot of the things I did cover in the earlier GP data download. So I just wanted to cover like a lot of the global basis stuff that's going on here. Just to refresh here, let me make sure there's nothing else. That looks to be it for the data download. Let's check our Dokan's page just to be sure. Oh, cool. We have the chain battle. Okay, this is going to be on global too. Or it should be in the global news actually, huh? It would be in the global news, I assume. It's not. Is it not in global? I guess, is this part of this probably just part of the trunk celebration then, huh? I assume so. Wait, let me check. Is this... Alright, let's see. Is it part of the trunk celebration? It's not in here. So let me see. It's not part of the trunk celebration, I guess, or is it part of it? I can't tell. It's not in the trunk celebration information. So I assume it's gonna be part of worldwide, but just in case, Android Cell Saga, Hybrid Saiyans, Space Time Travelers. So just like all the Android Saga trunks is, which makes a lot of sense. Okay. That's cool. Pre-Worldwide Celebration team battle, cool. But let me know what y'all think, and I will catch you in the next video. Peace out.